Megadeth is preparing to hit the road in late July, early August in Asia, and then head down to South and Central America for some gigs. Dave Mustaine, vocalist for the legendary thrash metal band, has been very outspoken in the past when it comes to politics, and he said he's feeling pressure to censor himself. He talked about his friendship with Rick Santorum getting confused with an endorsement.
I was talking about the Republican Party months and months ago, and somehow some guy got a hold of the story and said that I endorsed Rick Santorum. Well, I didn't. I never said that. And I knew Rick, and I talked to him on the phone a couple times, but I didn't endorse him, and he knew I didn't endorse him. And he told me, he said, I'm really sorry that all this happened. I've been watching how you handled it through this whole thing, and he thought that I did a good job handling it, because I didn't say, F that guy, and I didn't cower and say, oh, well, I don't like the Republicans, I'm an Obama guy. It's really weird that the music industry and the film and television industry, you almost got to be a Democrat. It's like if you're a Republican, you're kind of like a guy that people don't really want to hear from, because they look at Republicans like people who complain. But I'm an independent, not a Republican. I've never been a Republican. I've always said that I don't belong to any party. I'm nonpartisan. And for me, the sad thing is, instead of voting for the best man, I have to vote for the lesser of the two evils.
He also said that there is a danger that his opinions can get him into trouble in this political climate and hurt him economically.
What I think about, the president or the job he's doing, does it really matter? If I say how I really feel, you know what? I'm gonna get blackballed. People are going to talk bad about me, and my career's going to suffer. And that's in itself is a shame, because, since when in America can't you talk freely about things that you like or don't like? And why should I have my business taken away from me because I don't like somebody? And that's one of the fears I have, is that if I say how I really feel about stuff, that people are going to not want to come see us in concert, or not going to want to buy our records. But it's like, man, I've been talking about how I feel about government since I first had my first record. I don't like government. I think that, much like, our founding fathers in the beginning, who knew that, you needed government, but that the people were in control. The government works for us, and I think people have forgotten that.
We asked him if his opinions have gotten him into trouble, and he used Ted Nugent as a music figure who may have been hurt by his views.
Well, not to the extent like with Ted Nugent. I can understand his anger. We're not very similar, but we do have a lot of things that we have in common, and I try and be a little bit more hospitable with trying to explain stuff, because I know that I'm imperfect, and that if I'm imperfect, that means that my opinions are going to be imperfect too. Some of them are going to be right on the money, but a lot of them aren't.
Mustaine was involved in passing a law in California for people to be registered to vote when they receive their driver's license, a practice since adopted by many states. He was also an MTV political correspondent 20 years ago.